There we go. Voice check, voice check, voice check. Yeah, everything seems fine. Everything seems fine. Let me just configure this real quick. This increase some contrast. Hue is fine. Saturation. Do this. Sharpness. We do this. Gamma just a little bit. Backlight comp. Sure. Gain a little bit. Apply. Okay. Okay. There we go. Phew. Oh. Mm-hmm. We do this. We do this. All right. So, yep, we are live. So today we'll be as promised. Today we will be doing the free time events, right? Since it is just not feasible to do the free time events of every single character in game, right? So we will be watching the free time events of you know all the dead students from chapter 1 and not students, sorry, I'm used to saying students, all the dead, I guess, prisoners from chapter 1, and yeah, other than that we'll do some more sets of free time events, some corrupt free time events, and call it a day. That's the plan for today, right? So I again once again obviously have my co-host with me. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, very excited, very excited. So first of all, we'll be starting with goat number one's freedom events and just see how it goes. Mid burns. Do you reckon the favor freedom event is inside this one?
Um,
It
I
should
mean,
be.
I don't know.
It should be. If we think about it. Like, yeah, sure, Dracule's campaign one, you can probably argue that, like, oh, there were like five people there, but like this one is one on one, so uh, there might actually be. Let me just take a quick peek. Nope, there's not. Huh, cool. All right then. Let us begin with Mint Burns free time events, right? The victim of chapter one, and let's go. We should probably voice these because not most of these lines will not be voiced, right?
Yeah.
The stream looks good, I think, because this is difficult because since this is not in windowed mode, so I won't be able to see the chat very well. But I have the chat pulled up on my phone, so it's fine. Ah, okay. Let's just turn this down a bit. Ah, Shinku, nice to meet you. Uh, I'm sorry for earlier. I didn't mean to be so harsh. I've just been overwhelmed. It's understandable. Don't worry. Are you here to pray? I don't recall you being religious. I could be mistaken though. Sorry if I am. No, no, I'm not here for anything like that. Why are you here then? If you don't mind me asking. For some peace. Stay as long as you like. Even if you're not religious, this room can be quite serene. I won't interrupt your peace. It's quite a nice break from the rest of the prison. It's quiet and oddly soothing. It's just nice to be able to clear my head. If you'd like, you could clear it with me. I wouldn't mind if you'd like to spend some time together. Oh, whoops. Worries if no worries if not. Okay. Really? It'll honestly be nice to get to spend some time with you. You've been so closed off since your verdict. Yeah. I sorry about that. Mint had been fairly closed off since his verdict. It was only recently he started to talk more to people outside of Ezekiel. Still, I hardly saw the two of them separated from one another. So it was nice to get the chance to talk to Mint without him in the way. I figured I could take the opportunity to ask him how he was feeling about things. Hey Mint, have you been alright lately? You know, not feeling a whole lot of fever. Just saying. As well as I can be. Hi. You sure? Of course, I've got a lot of worries and concerns, but I'm sure everyone else does too. I don't want to bother people with my nonsense, especially when others have it worse. Still, only three people have had their crimes revealed. It's understandable if that's had an impact on you, even if you got a more positive verdict than some. I'd rather just not talk about it, if that's alright. I apologize deeply if it's colored your view of me at all, but I promise I wouldn't have done it under any other circumstances. I I just couldn't let him continue to hurt my family. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, I see. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring up anything too sensitive. I'm sorry. It's quite alright. Please don't apologize. You couldn't have known. I just have a lot of thoughts about it. Many quite ugly. I don't want to burden too many others with them, especially not with how Taka has been treated since his corrupt judgment. I don't want to seem ungrateful. I see. That's quite considerate, Mint. It's nothing new, really. Not at all. I just really don't want to step on anyone's toes. Sorry. You're not, I can assure you. It's better to be safe than sorry. Now, is there anything I can help you with? Not particularly. I honestly just wanted to check in on you. There's really no need to worry about me. Genuinely. I beg to differ. I know my isolation was likely concerning, but I assure you, I'll be alright. Again, I beg to differ. We are gonna be begging for a while then. I think I just need a bit to work through how I'm feeling right now. I don't want anyone getting wrapped up in that. Oof, I understand. I just hope you're not getting too stuck in your own head about things. That's not always the best thing to do. Don't you worry about me. I've been keeping myself plenty busy. Like taking care of Zeke. Oh, what? Nothing. With what? Well, outside of my training with Zeke, I've been doing what I can to help a situation here. While traditional farming is far from my expertise, I was raised on a farm, so I've been trying to cultivate crops in the courtyard. The seedlings look promising, but only time will tell if they properly grow. I don't think you have to worry if they don't. We got plenty of food left in the canteen. Oh, sorry. Still, I want to do what I can just in case. I've also been trying to create a sustainable source of commonly useful herbs in my courtyard so I can create remedies if traditional medicine treatments fail. Okay. I've been especially focusing on calming herbs. I think everyone could do with help calming down in a situation as stressful as this. I would recommend against that. I can agree with that. You really have been busy. Huh? I'd recommend against it, no, honestly. I just want to do what I can to help. Hmm. I really wish I could do more, especially in terms of my talent, but a lot of the others distrust my recipes after what I did came to light. I can't say I blame them. Hmm. Even if the audience has decided I'm worthy of redemption, it's understandable that trust is fractured. Still, I'd feel awful if I wasn't doing it all I could to help here. I'm sure they'll gain that trust back eventually. Don't worry. I'm not so sure, but still, I'll keep doing what I can to help regardless, even if it means doing things unrelated to my talent. Just remember to give yourself breaks too, alright? This is a stressful situation already. I don't want you stressing out about being useful and working yourself to the bone. That wouldn't be good for anyone, especially not you. Hmm. Sorry. Why are you apologizing? Bro, come on. Sorry, force of habit. Damn. I get stuck in that cycle too, sometimes. I just like keeping myself busy, helping whoever I can, however I can. I always feel a little on edge when I'm doing nothing, or doing something self-indulgent purely for myself. There's nothing wrong with taking time for yourself. I know that I do, but I always feel as if people will assume I'm being lazy or will tell me off if they don't see me putting in enough or helping enough. I just really want to avoid conflict. I want to make sure no one has any extra reasons to be upset at me. So if I keep doing something, at least I'm being useful. So if I do mess up, at least I'm doing something to make up for it. So people won't get as upset. Just don't feel as if you have to put everyone's burdens and issues on yourself. That's a lot of pressure and it's not your responsibility. Since many won't let me help soothe their worries, anxiety, and sickness with my remedies, it's the closest I can get to helping people feel better, taking away the pain. Seeing someone feel better, feel relieved after the pain is gone, that's what makes it worth it for me. It's really alright. I don't mind. I feel as though he should, but I don't want to lecture mate. Alright, if that's what you feel is best. Now, can I help you with anything? Well, if you're offering, I'd love to see all the work you've done in the courtyard up close. If that's what you like, although it isn't all that exciting right now, just a few sprouts and buds. But eventually they'll bloom, won't they? Just give them enough time and care and they'll unfurl and show us just how much they have inside of them. That's a lovely way of thinking about it. He took me to the courtyard and showed me the makeshift farms he'd set up and the small sprouts growing day by day. They reminded me quite a bit of Mint, honestly. I wanted to see Mint bloom, see him express what he wanted to do outside of helping people and just helping others. Yeah. For some reason, despite what we had done, I couldn't I couldn't help but feel drawn to him. Perhaps I thought if he could bloom, I would be allowed a second chance too. Shy seedling, I guess. Oh, give me just a second. Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn the camera off for a little bit. My apologies. But yeah, it's fine. It's not like it's adding anything. Oh, sorry. All right, that was the first FT. So pretty simple, right? What are your thoughts?
Um, I mean, yeah, it's a pretty solid first one.
Yeah, it's a pretty solid first one. Like, again, it's like nothing new that we know so far. But like, it's still like a sweet conversation. Let's keep going. Ah, Shinku, it's good to see you. You'll have to excuse me for not noticing you earlier. I was engrossed in this book. It's all good. What you reading, if you don't mind me asking? The Divine Comedy. It's a bit tricky to read and not to my usual taste, but I thought I'd give it a go. Zeke is always rattling on about Dante's Inferno, so I wondered why he was such a big fan. But now I understand. Huh. I'm not going to be the one to burst his bubble on that one. I don't get that joke. Huh. It's really interesting to me to see how far Dante is willing to go to see Beatrice. It's sweet. Ah, sorry, I'm rambling. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk so much. What sort of books do you like, Chinku? Ones with bittersweet endings? Oh, me too. Me three, honestly. Really? I wouldn't have expected that from you. I just like the fact they feel so real. Not everything in life turns out perfectly, but seeing people take the best they can from a bad situation always comforts me. Hmm. Is that strange? Nah, I get it. I feel similarly, honestly. I've got a few hours before training with Zeke. Would you like to spend some time together, Shinku? No worries if not. I don't want to be a bother. Yeah, sure. That sounds wonderful. Each one when so it goes books are a surprise. Last time I talked like this with Mint, he discussed doing whatever he could to help others. It admittedly made me become curious about something in particular. I knew I shouldn't speculate on other people's friendships, but hey, Mint, can I ask you something, man? Is everything all right? Oh, I almost sneezed. My bad. Okay. Yes, I was just wondering about your friendship with Ezekiel. Ah, what about it? Are you just keeping him company because he gives you someone to help? I mean, I'm not entirely sure what you two do together, but I doubt he's the one helping you here. If that is the case, I know it's not going to change your mind, but it's really not your responsibility to fix his behavior. I think you've gotten the wrong idea here. Zeke isn't using me or taking advantage by any means, heavens no. Like, I'd whoop his ass. What was that? Nothing. Okay. While I'd like helping him however I can, that's just how I feel about anyone I know. That's not unique to him. I genuinely do enjoy his support, his training. Training? Aye, he's got me doing a lot of physical workouts with him. It makes me feel a lot more comfortable in my own skin. It makes me feel like I can stand up for myself directly. Although I think he was shocked at how strong I was. You should have seen his face when he saw how easily I was able to pick him up. Was that? Ain't no way, bro. No, no, I wouldn't lie about something silly like that. I know it's a little unbelievable. Damn, he's ribbed. He must be ribbed. Like, he's got a sleeper bed, I just know. We definitely need fan art of, like, Mint picking Zeke in a bridal gown up, while he's wearing a suit. I just need that, I just kind of need that in my life. Life would be worth
I do
living
too,
again.
honestly.
Like Mint with a tuxedo, with like a groom suit and like Zeke in a bridal gown, and he's picking him up, walking down the aisle. It's so peak. I can just imagine it. I can just imagine it. Mint is smiling sincerely as if he's nothing wrong with this because he already calls Zeke princess. That's canon. Not even making the shit up. So yeah. Holy shit, 52 minutes. Oh my god. We will not be doing all of these today. Oh lord. Here, would you like me to demonstrate? Zeke, come here. You know what? Yes, yes. Yeah, please do. Please do. Sure, go ahead. Is he going to pick me up? I wasn't even expecting Mill to be able to pick me up, being honest, but before I knew it, oh damn! I was hoisted up by an extremely strong grip, pulled into a bridal carriage. Wait, shit, I was kidding. I mean, Shinku's there, but like, close enough, I guess.
Close enough.
Steady enough for you, Shinku? Damn. It's the sincerity that gets me, man. It's the sincerity that gets me. Yeah, I had no idea you were this strong. Mint chuckled softly and lowered me to the ground, brushing himself off. Damn. I just know half the fan base is like, it should have been me, not him. It's not fair. And honestly, I get it. I get it, man. Well, if there's anything I've learned recently, is that appearances can be awfully deceiving. Why on earth are you training with Ezekiel if you're this strong already? Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's less about physical strength, it's more about having the emotional strength. He was too strong. God had to debuff him, with like the lack of confidence. The confidence, that's a good way of putting it. I like how he says I, like, like a pirate. I'm sure there's better people you could go to if you wanted a confidence booster. What about someone like Takiko? Y'all do not want to look at Takiko right now. I'm just saying,
Takiko mentioned.
yeah, Takiko mentioned, little do they know, man. But in all honesty, training with Zeke, it's incredibly healing. Oh, I didn't exactly know how on earth that could be the case. Usually, spending time with Ezekiel just gave me a headache. It's nice to have someone push a more attainable standard of what a man should be for once. I wouldn't exactly say Ezekiel's standards of masculinity are all encompassing. He seems incredibly judgmental. On the surface, especially with people he doesn't really like, you know, great. But I think a lot of that is a front, honestly. Since I've become his next project, he's pushed the idea that being a man is about being able to stand up and be confident in what you enjoy and not letting anyone else have any say in it. Mm, I respect that. I respect that. I respect it. I'm still working on being more assertive about my own thoughts and opinions. But I think the message is nice. It's a far cry from my experience with Zeke. It almost made me wonder if he gave me special treatment for one reason or another. You will see the reason in the shower room. It's fine.
Yeah.
Like yeah, all the reasons were seen. No reasons were left hidden. Growing up, I was always pushed to man up by my father. He had very traditional views on masculinity. Why did you poison him? You could have just kicked his ass. Like, you know, I'm just saying. He could have just whooped him, in my opinion. I'm sorry, that must have been harsh on you. You think? Not just me, he pushed them onto my ma and my sister Lavender. With me, it was fine. I could take the scrutiny. He just hated how similar I was to my mother. He hated how much she influenced me. He really wanted me to be the perfect son, help him provide for the family. But you seem to be someone who endlessly wants to provide. Why wouldn't he like that? He wanted me to provide in ways men should, often through hard farm work and labor. Yeah. So that's why you're so strong. It still was never strong enough for him. I was always falling behind when he took me out to help. Oh, okay. Now I can see it wasn't really my fault. I was just a teenager, right? There's no way I could have kept up with a grown adult.
Yeah, hold on.
Well, take your time. But back then, I constantly felt inadequate. I couldn't handle my feelings calmly, which just angered my father more. And when he was angry, oof, man, that's
Okay,
rough.
I'm back.
Yeah, it's welcome back. And when he was angry, hmm, I'm so sorry. Ah, no, no, I really shouldn't be complaining. I certainly didn't have it the worst. I think a lot of it stemmed from the standards he set for himself. He thought men should provide, and if they couldn't, they'd failed in some way. My sister, Lavender, was born very sickly. She had very expensive medical bills, bless her soul. So it only took one bad harvest to plunge us into horrible debt. Oh, the farmer's debt trap, yeah. Did insurance not cover her bills? Due to how sickly she was, her insurance would have been exponentially more expensive. We just couldn't afford it. If only my father had medical insurance. We all agreed it was for the best. He was the sole provider, so if he couldn't work, we'd all have starved. That insurance certainly went to helping someone get better, just not his father. If my assumptions are correct, that is. Hmm. Still, I think that just put more pressure on him. He felt he had to. He couldn't recognize that the bad harvest was out of his control. He saw it as a failure on his part, but he didn't want to admit he'd failed. That was the opposite of what a man was meant to do. Hmm. It hurts everyone involved in the process, man. So I think he took it out on whoever else he could. It was our faults, not his. Hmm. I see. It was my mother's fault for making me just like her. Weak, a crybaby, feminine, interested in frivolous things. Did your mother never consider divorcing him if he was so awful? It wasn't just him who was traditional. She was traditional too, but more so in her faith. She was deeply Catholic. It helped her soothe her worries a lot, but it meant she didn't see divorce as an option. It isn't exactly acceptable in most circumstances in her faith. I think if she saw it as a test of her devotion, something the Lord has sent as a trial of sorts, she assumed it was if we just pushed through it, endured, we'd eventually be rewarded. Life would be better. Mm. I think sometimes my father used her faith to try to make my mother believe this was her fault, that she'd done something wrong, and this was a punishment of sorts. And and with Lavender, it was her fault for ruining the family in his eyes. That awful man. Hmm. Oops. Yeah. Ah, sorry. I shouldn't be. You don't need to hear this. I don't want to bother you with it. It's really okay. I don't mind. We all have enough on our plates as is. I don't want to add on to your worries. That's the opposite of what I want to do. I just wanted to say that it's been nice to have a chance to be a man in my own right and get to choose what it means. instead of it being this lingering, ungraspable standard I could never reach adequately, something that's used against me. I'm glad, I really am. I do have to apologize if perhaps me and the others are misinterpreting your friendship with Zeke or feeling as though he's hurting you. I think a lot of us are just, a lot of us are just what now? Say that
No
again.
way.
No way. Even outside the game, we cannot escape it. I understand, but I assure you, partially thanks to Zeke helping me get more comfortable at standing up to people, if he ever was taking advantage of me, I'd be able to speak out about it. That's healthy. Good. I can't say I fully get why you're so attached to him, but this conversation has helped me understand it a little more. Nice. I'm just happy you're spending time with others who make you comfortable, who let you be who you want to be. That not all of your friendships are here are solely about feeling a need to help. Speaking of needing to help, the seedlings have already started to showing birds. I reckon some of them are going to start flowering in a few days. Would you like to see? That sounds wonderful. Min showed me the little birds forming on his seedlings, poking their heads out, ready to bloom. It was impressive that they'd managed to grow so fast. Maybe they felt the danger of the situation and decided if the end could be soon, they might as well live to the fullest while they could. But as I saw him intently examining and caring for each bird, I realized something. Perhaps, just like me, he was nurturing a friendship with someone in hopes of seeing them bloom. Maybe he was trying to pay someone back for helping him grow. Bashful bird. Nice. Oh, wait, they do have a mass. Oh, oh no 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 no! It's not the event. It's like if you don't get the bread, you know, like if you don't get the bread, you can do a regular free time event. I get it. I get it. Hmm. All right. I kept on coming back to Mint. Admittedly, I found his presence rather soothing. I was curious about his talent. I hadn't really encountered any sort of herbalism growing up. But I suppose if I was going to ask anyone about it, then the ultimate herbalist himself was probably the best option. Hey Mint, I wanted to ask, why exactly do you enjoy herbalism so much? Oh, just give me 1 second. Whoop, just gonna do this. Pardon me, just give me 1 second. Oof, sitting cross-legged on my bed that definitely puts a toll on my knees. I develop arthritis before 30 at this rate. So I'll just lie down because my camera is off. All right, let's continue. Whew. I just wonder since it's not a commonly taken up skill these days, most people just turn to modern medicine. It's awfully traditional, eh? Perhaps I'm a little behind on the times. But I like how herbalism blends traditional methods with modern knowledge to create effective cures and remedies. It shows how we can both embrace our roots and traditions while embracing new standards and discoveries. Hmm. Can plants really be a proper substitute for traditional medicine? That's what herbalism is all about, I guess. Of course not, but they don't need to be. Most people enjoy traditional herbal remedies alongside modern medical treatment. They support your body through treatment and help manage your symptoms. This is the type of traditional medicine that I can get behind, honestly. Are they really that effective plants? Hi, you'd be surprised how much power they hold. People often underestimate how effective plant-based medicinal treatments can be. They think just because a practice is old that it doesn't have its roots in fact. I think it's important to maintain these alternative treatments, not forget the knowledge we've accrued. Mm. I feel while some traditions and older practices have become outdated, it doesn't necessarily mean all traditional alternative sciences should be discarded or left behind. I just think they need to adapt, take parts of the new and the old. Hmm. Balance, moderation. You're really passionate, huh? It's nice to see. Some people don't really care about their talents outside of the fame and money it gets them. I find herbalism very soothing and calming. It fascinates me quite a bit. I've always been passionate about it. I just think it's wonderful how the natural world can give back to us in so many ways if we just maintain and protect it. Our world is amazing, Chiku. I think people forget about it. These days, people have so much to worry about. I don't really think they've got the time to connect with nature and the environment. Yeah, everyone is so quick to forget when they've got so much more to stress about. I can't blame them. I think it's why I was able to get my talent. People had forgotten just how much even simple plants can help us. They'd forgotten centuries of accumulated knowledge about our world. So it was shocking when someone remembered, when someone was able to use it. I became a little bit of a spectacle, I think. How did you get your talent? Ah, well, dog. Okay. My mother taught me herbalism despite my father's protests. We learned it together through old books, journals, trial and error. Killing a bunch of people, was that? Nothing. Countless walks, harvesting bark, berries, roots, leaves, all sorts. We amassed quite the collection. We saw it as a last resort to help our little sister Lavender. I see. It's honestly impressive if we were able to treat her. Her condition started pretty bad. Well, we never thought we could fully treat it. I just wanted to relieve her pain. So it started by making teas and remedies that would soothe and calm her. Then eventually we started making creams, pastes, powders that could probably relieve her symptoms, even if just briefly. It was partly about adjusting her diet, partly about giving her the right remedies and supplements, but we were able to make her stronger, bit by bit, just from the natural spoils of the earth. Seeing how much we were able to do for her, it shocked those who saw it. They were amazed. It attracted a lot of media attention. That must have been a relief, not just for her, but also for you and your mother. I, it made me feel a sense of control for once. I liked it. I'd never felt like I was particularly able to do anything at that point, but through herbalism, I could make a genuine change. I didn't feel as powerless. It wasn't some inherent natural skill me or my ma had. I still took a lot of attempts to get it right sometimes. I lost count of how many things we made that weren't effective enough or just didn't work. But even so, for every remedy or cure that worked, for every time we gave Lavi something that made that spark in her eyes return, that let her smile, that let her sit up, it made all the hours of work worth it. Mm. It made me feel like we had control of our lives for once, that we could change how we were living. That made me feel powerful for once. I found my strength through it. You really are a very strong person, Mint, both physically and emotionally. I think you tend to forget that. I wish I was. I really hope one day I can be fully brave, fully embrace the strength I feel from verbalism without any guilt. Guilt? What do you mean? Part of me feels as if there's something wicked about that sense of control I get from my talent. It it sounds awful, I know, but not really. As terrible as it is, I think I also found strength from being able to sedate and numb my father by what I'd learned. Keep him in that bed. I feel sick thinking about it, but the power I felt being able to keep him like that, unable to hurt my family, with the very thing he trampled over mindlessly every day, mm, with the skill he discarded as useless and nonsense. I didn't hate feeling it. Ah, I get that. I get that. Mm. I'm sorry. I must seem like a terrible person to you. I'm sorry. Nah, not really. No, I understand what you're saying. You did what you had to do, man. I'll never fault you for that. Still, Mint paused as if there was something he wanted to say, but he couldn't quite find the words to say it. I just want to live my life peacefully now and try to make amends for my sin. And if I can do that by using the skills I have to help those here instead of hurting people, that's what I want to do. So, if you ever need anything at all, Shinku, if you ever feel ill or just anxious or unable to sleep, I'll do anything in my power to help you. I appreciate that a lot, Mint. You really are kind. I understand the circumstances surrounding why he did it, why he did what he did to his father were different, but I still couldn't help but be apprehensive about trying one of his cures myself. Mhm. Anytime, it's never a bother. It puts me at ease to help people, though it was often in small little ways, like tending to the courtyard or offering remedies to those he thought were stressed. It was clear Min wanted to help however he could, but he was human, just like the rest of us. Perhaps all this people pleasing was his form of repenting. Hmm. Or maybe he just wanted to feel that power again without the guilt attached. Hmm. I couldn't help but wonder though. If he got his talent through these cures for his sister, why didn't his talent give him the money to get her proper help? Why did he instead have to keep using his father's insurance payouts? It felt like the more I understood Mint, the more I could see what he wasn't telling me. Or maybe he just wasn't ready to flower and unfurl the truth to me yet. Hmm. Nice, guilty growth. Just give me 1 second. Okay, yeah, it is fine. It is fine. Okay. For a second, I almost thought that like I hadn't opened my mic yet. So it was like just like 30, 40 straight minutes of silence.
Oh
But
my God.
by occasionally you laughing at nothing, that would have been prime footage, honestly. That would definitely get me a million subscribers. Yo, man, you in the shower room. Yo, what's good? Sorry, it's now a bad time. No, I just finished up showering. It's all right. Yeah, man, mind if I check your mask real quick?
Oh God.
Are you feeling any better compared to last night? Brother, are you feeling any better? Alright, I'll stop. Were you able to sleep? Thank you. No, you didn't have to help me like you did. I really appreciate it. Ah, that means a lot to Shinku. Thank you. I was worried you would rightfully not trust my remedies, despite my verdict, but I'm glad you pushed past that. I'm glad I could help you. I'm honestly glad you're here. It's always a little intimidating asking Dr. Alenius for medical support. You're a lot easier to talk to. Well, if you like talking to me so much, maybe if you like, you could stay and chat for a while. Yeah, for sure. That sounds delightful, Mint. Well, thank you. Oops. I had a newfound. I've been we've been hearing this the same damn track for like the past what 50 minutes now. Like damn. I had a newfound apprehend man. Alright, surrounding Mint, particularly in regards to his sister. I was partially certain it was just a matter of murky details and there wasn't anything malicious going on, but that didn't shut down the worries I had. Maybe I was just a deeply paranoid person. From chapter 76, I could see that, yeah. Or maybe it was just me trying to overcompensate ever since. From chapter 76 again, I could see that, yeah.
In chapter 76.
Chapter 76. The 76th chapter, hiding in the walls of this prison. Watch out for it. Alright. Shinku, are you okay? Yeah, you're looking quite pale. Sorry, I was thinking about my sister. Everyone be having a sister. Who doesn't? Shinku, Mint, Dracula has like three of them. You know, like who doesn't have a sister? Tagiko has a sister. Now that's like four out of that's 33% sisterly ratio. Like, damn, that's pretty high odds. I'm sure you miss her being trapped here and all. I'm guessing you're worried about Lavender. Um, nah, fuck her. What was that? Nothing. Oh, what is he hiding, man? Oh, Lavender isn't with us anymore. Oh, that makes two of us, man. My fault, bro. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's okay. I've come mostly to peace with it. She lived a good life and we kept her alive for as long as we could. I hope she's able to be more free in heaven. Hmm. She always loved running around, especially outdoors. She adored exploring meadows. Her illness made it hard for her to do that in the last few years. But I still remember that smile on her face when she was little and tried to chase butterflies. She adored them. When she was a tot, damn, that's like country slang. Oh my god. Me and my mom made her fake butterfly wings out of fabric and wires for her to wear. She was so happy with herself in them, um, frolicking in the meadow, thinking it would make all the butterflies come to her. You should have seen her silly, stunned little face when she saw all the butterflies coming to me instead. You didn't realize they'd only land on you if you stayed still. She sounds like she was an incredibly sweet person. I hope she's at peace now. Mm. Aye, she was a source of so much joy for me and Mama. Back before her sickness, she was everything to my father too. Mm. I remember those early days where it felt like everything was bathed in sunlight. They feel so far away now, but they're one of the few things that I can recall really clearly. Memories from childhood always feel sunny. It's a strange phenomenon I've noticed. I could tell. I'll stop. I'll stop. It's because we cling to our happy memories to get through darker times. It's a very human thing to do. I love Lavender. I always will. But the start of her ill health was the end of those sunny days. I imagine it made things a lot more complicated for your family. The medical debt crippled us. My father had always been traditional, but the stress it brought made him act out harshly. At least she was getting that medical support, especially with you supplementing it with your herbal remedies. She was only being treated with those remedies, unfortunately. Huh? After a certain point, my father refused to pay for her treatment. What? Why? Why on earth would he do that? He was very good at shifting the blame. He wanted it to fall on anything but himself. He saw Lavender's illness and by extension Lavender herself as the reason we were having all these issues. He believed she was what had made the family fall apart. That awful, awful man thought that if Lavender's sickness got worse, that if she died, that everything would just miraculously return to normal, how it was before. That's awful. He thought that was really the best option. He wanted his own daughter to die. Who would like to have a word with him? I'm not gonna lie. It sickens me to think about it. I knew he had become an awful man, but I never thought he'd go that far. Once his insurance payments came in, I did what I could to get Lavender back on proper medical treatment. But by that point, we were too late. I think she was tired. I just hope it wasn't painful for her in the end. I just wish I could have done more. If maybe I'd learned faster, or if me and my ma had been more attentive, or if I started sedating my father earlier. It's why I don't want to ever not give enough ever again. So if something ever happens again, I at least know I did all that I could.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, so that people like my father can never get exactly what they want in the end again. Oh man, no one's watching the stream right now, but yeah, it is an extremely, uh, you know, inconvenient time. I'm just saying. Oh Lord, how long have been streaming? Ooh, for almost an hour now. Okay. Ooh, very cool. There we go. Hmm. This is rough. Okay. I think we should do Dracule and Mint for today, and after that we can probably play an hour or so of Antebellum. Who knows? But yeah.
Okay, sorry, I had to make like multiple stops.
Oh no, it's fine, it's fine. That scared the shit out of me, unfortunately. But yeah, yeah, it's fine.
I'm sorry.
Jump scared me. But yeah, so by the way, I actually have found out like a thing we can do is that we can do just Mint and Dracula today, right? And like if I have time after that, we can actually continue playing the game. And like every stream, we'll just do one character in the beginning or in the end, right? So that instead of like just doing free time event like 6 streams continuously of free time events, it's like more evenly split. You get what I'm saying?
Wait, yeah, that's a good idea.
Right? So like today we are doing Mint and Dracul because they died, right? So like we'll do Mint and Dracul and like continue with Takiko's corrupt FTEs in the game, right? In game. We'll just be
Yeah,
focusing on Takikos unless we get a favor, right? In which case we'll
yeah,
go towards the favor. So yeah, so like it's a three-way thing. We do all the favors, we go through the game, right? It's a four-way thing actually. We do all the favors, we go through the game, all the non-favor free time events. We spend a free time on one character, so that when we get to Takiko, let's say, in like the characters free time events, it is a lot shorter, right? And if someone
yeah,
dies, then we can focus on them, instead of the person that would have came next. Like let's say we were about to do, for example, Ismins, right? But like someone died, someone else died, right? Then we can do theirs first, right? And stuff like that.
yeah,
This will spread it out across like the entire playthrough. I feel like that works. I feel like that works.
yeah. It does work.
Mm-hmm. All right. I guess I really didn't do enough in the end. My father is likely to be recovering now, and when he does, he'll start hurting Mama again. It doesn't matter that Lavender's passed. It doesn't matter that I'm gone. I don't think he'll change in the end. Oh, that's awful, man. I really should have done more. I'm sorry. You did all you could. It was enough, man. You shouldn't have to deal with the situation in the first place. It's not your fault you couldn't fix it instantly. I suppose it isn't, but still, I can't help but feel a level of responsibility. Food does not seem so bad in hindsight now. I'm just saying. Like, am I wrong though? You never deserve to go through any of that. Sometimes I forget that. It all feels very big, and I forget I was just a child. Sorry, I'm being a little too heavy. I apologize. I didn't mean to talk about such some things with you again. It's all right. If talking through these things makes helps you to process them, and then I'm happy to listen any day. I'm here for you whenever you need me. I really should be the one saying that to you. Well, we are friends, so you don't always have to be the one helping me. I'm happy to help you as well, alright? Alright, I understand. He's so sweet. But still, I'm deeply sorry for unloading so much onto you. Would you like to do something else instead? Maybe I could make you some tea, perhaps? That sounds wonderful, man. We went back to Mint's cell and he made us a pot of soothing roast tea. I felt bad making him do something for me, but I made sure he had a cup too so he could give himself the chance to calm down as well. He had endured quite a lot. If anyone here deserved a break, it was Mint. And day by day, I think he was starting to understand that too. I had grown to quite enjoy his company, so much so I didn't even feel a drop of apprehension as I let his remedy flow through my system. I won't even acknowledge it. Still, I'm unsure if it was just the tea that calmed me down or if it was instead the sight of petals slowly starting to peek out of the bud and reaching back into the sunlight. Everlasting evergreen. I no zero idea how anyone can hate this man. I'm just saying.
He's just so goaded.
Yeah, he's just so
Really,
goated.
I miss him.
I miss him. I already miss him, bro. Come back, man. I'm so split because I love Dracula as well. But it is what it is. Mint was arranging a bouquet of pink flowers, putting all discarded leaves neatly to the side. I was admittedly quite curious of what he was doing. Hey, what's all this for? Ah, Shinku, it's nice to see you. I thought I'd arranged Maiko a bouquet for her birthday. I'd feel guilty not getting her anything. And what are these for? I pointed to the neat pile of leaves and herbs to the side. Everyone's just screaming from their screens, like that picture of that picture of Walter shouting at Hank, like "Mint, don't go to that party, Mint." We screamed through the screens. I thought he'd appreciate it after today. Wouldn't he find it? I'm glad you two are friends. Yeah, this is the most obvious choice ever. Does Ezekiel deserve that? Nah, fuck that guy. In front of, his husband. So, Zeke is the wife, obviously. But like, y'all already know that, princess. I was really nervous about you two being friends at first, but I think you both help each other. I'm glad you two have each other here. I was worried you'd talk to no one about after your verdict. I can see his influence in you sometimes. You seem a lot more confident than before. I'm glad to see it. Thank you for being so understanding. The others assume he's just taking advantage of me. But it's because of him I'm starting to slowly feel that maybe it's alright if I start to be more of myself, start doing what I want to do, not just constantly worry about others. I think I'll still always love helping people. I'll always find security in it. But it's nice sometimes to act purely on what I want to do. Yeah, that's an improvement. I don't think you'll ever stop thinking of others though. Look at you, worrying about Michael and Ezekiel and going out of your way to help them. It's admirable. It's about balance, isn't it? A little of helping others, a little of helping yourself. First free time event, Mint would not have said shit like this. Damn, Zeke is actually doing shit. Holy moly. Speaking of helping myself, I think it's time I took a break. Care to stay and chat, Chinku? Damn, he did change. That sounds lovely. Wonderful. I had grown to enjoy Mint's company. I'm pretty sure this is the last one because like this is literally the day before Michael's birthday. Even if getting closer to him meant I saw a lot of the uglier parts of his childhood, it felt oddly inspiring in a way. Seeing he had endured so much hardship and still ended up being a kind and good person, it stunned me a little. It made me want to do better. Perhaps that's why Ezekiel was so close to him too. Too, too. Or maybe I was just drawn to people who were better brothers than I ever could be. Hmm. I get that, man. I get that. I get that so much. Still, today there was something different about Mint. He was more goated than usual. He's goated with the sauce. A newfound vindication in his eyes. He's got the exaggerated swagger of a black teen or whatever these and the people say nowadays. Mint, is everything alright? You look different today. And it's just Mint Omega buff, you know, and everyone just doesn't notice. It's like, Mint, you looking a bit different today, and it's all those workouts, physique. Like, damn, bro, what have you been doing? Sorry, is it a bad different? No, it's a different, bruh. You look more sure of yourself. It's nice to see. Well, good because I want to be more sure of myself. Yeah, that's more like it. What inspired this sudden change, huh? You usually seem so about this sort of thing. Just ignore it. Just ignore it. I think I just realized a lot all at once. Only the people that like are about to die getting the character development is so fucked. I'm really sorry to bring this up again, but I've been thinking about my family, more specifically my father. No, it's okay. If you feel the need to talk about him, please do. He really was a hypocrite, Chinku. For goodness sake, he would simultaneously be frustrated at my mother for not having a job and proceed to get aggressive at her when she suggested getting a job. Hmm. But that doesn't seem very logical at all. He didn't particularly make much sense, but he felt threatened by it, patronized. He thought it was a man's job to provide. He saw my ma suggesting that as undermining his authority, implying he wasn't man enough to provide. I realize now, in his pursuit of seeming like a real man, he became a very insecure, pathetic, irrational person. Damn, cook him, talk to him. He's low-key spitting, not gonna lie. He hated my mother because she seemed to try to adapt and change in the face of adversity in a way he couldn't. Mm, talk to him. I think he saw a bit too much of Ma in me, so any of my shortcomings were because she had made me weak. When in reality, he was the weakest there, hurting others and pushing his own shortcomings onto others so the blame would be on anyone else but him. We were always far stronger than him for being able to endure what he put us through. Mm, that's so fire. The more I hear about this man, the less I can blame you for poisoning him. Yeah, honestly, yes. I can blame myself. You really don't need to, honestly. Even if he was a sad excuser for a man, what I did was still wrong. Maybe in a sense I hurt him just as much as he hurt everyone else. But still, I can know what I did was wrong, and still recognize I did what I could in that situation to protect myself and those I held dear. And maybe that's enough. Maybe I did enough. In my opinion, you did more than enough. You showed more bravery and resilience than most people would in your position. I'm glad you can see it like that, Shinku. That's very reassuring actually. I'm just relieved you're not beating yourself up over it. I'm glad you've come to some level of peace with it. You can't change the past, I understand that now. You can only change the decisions you make moving forward. Do you mean by keeping yourself busy and doing things to help others? In some respects, yes, but I think, well, I've been thinking more about it. I think I've lived my whole life for other people until this point. I get that. First, I tried to be the son my father wanted, even though I knew that wasn't me and it was a standard I couldn't have ever met, no matter what I was like. And secondly, I was willing to throw my life away to take on the sin of poisoning my father to protect my family. I was happy to do those horrible things and solely face the consequences alone to protect those I loved. I just saw my life as something I could use and ruin to try to make others' lives better. I was content with that for a while, but maybe my life doesn't solely exist to carry that burden anymore. Oh, maybe I don't need to spend the rest of my life repenting and trying to take on others' burdens and worries to try to redeem myself. I'll always recognize what I did was bad, don't get me wrong. When I think about those sunny days in the meadow before everything fell apart, back when even my father was able to smile as he saw me flying the kite he'd made, or lavender chasing butterflies, it hurts a lot. It makes me think about the life we could have had. It makes me think maybe my father wasn't always a horrible person. But I can't live my whole life in guilt and shame. Lavender would hate me to see like that. Would hate to see me like that. She'd hate to see me throw my life away when she didn't even get to live hers. Oh man, that that stings so bad. Oof. So that's why I want to live with all my might again. I want to be my own person.
Knowing what happens after is
It
awful.
it
Is awful.
it it's it yeah, see it took my speech away. Like yeah, uh, would that be okay for someone like me? It's so fucked. Ugh. I don't think that's something you need to ask me. I think that's something you need to ask yourself. Sorry, force of habit. But if you want my opinion, I think you deserve that. You deserve a chance to be your own person and live life for your own sake. Thank you. I just hope I am allowed that. I mean, you don't need any sort of permission to be yourself. Huh, I guess I don't. Sorry, I must seem really must seem silly to you. Still, I figure in a situation like this where I might die any day, I should live fully. It might be my last chance to do so. You don't say.
Little does he know.
Little does he know, man. I really do feel like Walter White in that car, like Hank, don't go to that party, Hank. Sorry, that's a little morbid, isn't it? I think there's no way to avoid thinking morbidly when we are in a desk game. Haha, perhaps you're right. From now on, I'm going to live for myself now and do what I want to do, which is immediately becoming intimate with Zeke. That's what happens like 6 hours later. Y'all see y'all see the writing, y'all see the foreshadowing. He says this, and immediately, like half a day later, the shower scene happens. That sounds really nice to say. I agree, it sounds like music to my ears. Really? There's nothing I want to see more than you being yourself. It'll be nice to not see you constantly worrying about helping others. Of course, I'm still going to be helping others, don't get me wrong. I don't think I could ever stop that. It makes me feel at ease helping others with their issues. But I won't break myself trying to do so. Yeah, that's the spirit, man. That's the spirit. I understand now. I can help others and also help myself. Mm. It's just like perfecting a remedy. Try a little bit of every little thing in different proportions until you get it just right. It's all about balance, isn't it? That's a nice way of looking at it. It's very you. This man is more mature than 90% of us. I wouldn't want to do it in any way that isn't me. Hmm. Before my eyes, the bud had outstretched and bloomed. I was stunned at the uh, vibrancy of the petals within. I knew deep down that blooming meant the possibility that one day the winds could blow all of his seeds away. But for just a brief moment, somewhere deep inside of me, I wondered if perhaps I could fly with them too. But first, like you, I'd need to bloom. Brightly blooming. Perfect. Banger. Absolutely goated. Gone too soon. R.I.P. Goat. You know, anyone that sends anything hateful, says anything hateful about it, will have to go through me first. Yeah, I'll throw hands for this man. Like I'll go to war for this man. I'm just saying. Now let's see the most conflicted I've ever been on any character. Let's see. Whew. So what were your thoughts on Mint's FTs?
I love them.
I love
I
them
love him so
so
much.
much. Yeah, yeah, like said at the same time too. Like it is so he's so goated. The foreshadowing is palpable. Honestly, it's so nice. I think like doing the what I just suggested, like doing the dead people's the FTs after the chapter ends. It's absolutely the right way to go. Like no questions asked. Oh my lord, this is insane. Ooh, just 40 minutes, huh? Man. Ooh. After the first case, I don't know how to face this man. Okay. Oh, hey Shin. I just got done helping Lori. I thought I'd do some reading. Really? What you reading? Just some Melody Pretty manga. It's crazy. And they have this. Wait, Melody Pretty? Hold on. No, 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 no. Like, oh no, no, it's not an actual one. Like it, a few words are switched around. Never mind. It's crazy. They have this stuff here. Not that I'm complaining. Huh? You really weren't kidding about liking that stuff, huh? Why'd I be kidding? Come on, man. You don't think this stuff is lame, do you? No, no. I think it's sweet. Read something real. It's nice seeing you all passionate about something. If you enjoyed it, it's not lame at all. That means a lot. I know a lot of my interests are a little silly, but I do really enjoy this stuff. It makes me happy. I know I'm a loser, sure, but it's nice to have someone who doesn't mind it. We can be losers together. If you're not doing much else, I'm free to hang out if you'd like. Sure, honestly, I'd be interested in hearing more about the stuff you're passionate about. Trust me, you don't. If you get me started, I won't ever shut up. That won't be too bad at all. He's so good at buttering up people. Dracula smiled at me for a moment. I like how every single character has a theme. Dracula seemed fairly excited at the prospect of hanging out with me. I suppose he enjoyed having someone to talk to in a situation like this. After that hug we shared, he probably would turn to me for comfort or support or Shinku, my man. Huh? Is everything okay? Oh, more than okay. You gotta hear this new idea I've got cooking. To get out? That one's still sort of a work in progress. You can really see his characterization that was in the trial. Like all the characters actually. See the characterizations like actually show parts of themselves, throughout these free time events. I really like that. But that doesn't matter because I've got something better. Go on. Alright, alright. Okay, let me lay the groundwork here. Magical girls. Shinku is like, you already lost me, dude. I'm like, ah, fuck. Okay, okay, no, hear me out. There's a twist. Alright, I'm hearing out. A world where anyone can become a magical girl. And I mean anyone. Like, damn, me, I wanna become a magical girl. I know the idea seems kinda lame on a surface level, but seeing Mello has sort of put me on a magical girl kick lately. But hear me out. Each magical girl, or well, damn, I cannot be a magical girl. Shit. Alright. Because not just girls can become magical girls, has an entirely unique form. Was that form based on? Wishes, of course. Whatever someone's greatest wishes creates their magical girl form. Some old hag could wish to be young and beautiful again, and her magical form is a young modeling based magical girl that can revert objects to their earlier forms. Think of the potential here, Shinku. I really think I'm onto something here. Damn.
This sounds awfully familiar, eyes emoji.
Yeah, this sounds awfully familiar. I wonder what kind of mini game I play at the end of the first case. Wait, let me stop you right there. What exactly is all of this for? Yep. What is that one mini game, that one fuck ass mini game that we did with Alora? Like at
Oh
Doki
yeah,
Doki
wait, I
Doki
remember
Doki
what you're talking
Deliberation.
about.
Yeah, Doki Doki Deliberation.
Yes.
Dracula is behind all of it. I just know it. I just know it. I know this man is behind all of it. Either him or Maiko. There cannot be anyone else that does that shit. My Nest campaign, of course. I know it's kind of hard sell, but if you really think about it, you can do so much with the idea. Man, I just want to be out here right now so I can try it with my sisters. I just keep getting more and more good ideas for it. I'm struggling to remember all of them. I've been writing stuff down, but I know I am losing things. It happens to the best of us, I can assure you. I've lost track of how many plot threads I planned that I just forgot. Oh, that's real. I just hope you're prepared for me to be super annoying about this. The second I get an idea in my head, I can't get it out. I got a level with you. This is all I'm going to be talking about for the next few days. Well, I'm glad you're keeping yourself busy. I really think he should have bigger priorities in a situation like this, but I'm not going to burst his bubble. It's better than freaking out, I suppose. Sorry, I appreciate this is probably the last thing you want to be hearing about in a situation like this. Hey, I don't mind. It's actually pretty interesting. You do? Man, that's high praise coming from someone like you. I feel sort of bad since I know this is really the last thing I should be thinking about in this situation. But when I've got an idea in my head, that's all I can think about. I know I should have higher priorities, but I guess having someone to hang on to for uh, uh, sorry, having something to hang on to for when I get out of here helps me remember what we are gonna get out. You feel me? I don't know about that, man. Unfortunately, that's actually a pretty nice way of thinking about it. I'll admit, I'm pretty bad at dwelling on the negative and not really thinking about the good ahead. I only really specialize in stressing out about the potential negatives. Sometimes I think I should think more carefully about the future. I tend to only focus on the positives since thinking about that stuff worries me, kind of makes me shut down. That's probably why I'm so quick to focus on silly, stupid fictional ideas. Gives me something to distract from the reality. I think it's probably healthiest to do a bit of both. Too bad balancing your worry is pretty much impossible. So I wouldn't beat yourself up too much about taking the approach you do. There's definitely less healthy coping mechanisms. Yeah, for sure. Besides, I'm sure your siblings appreciate that your first priority is creating something to entertain them, even when your life's on the line. Oh, come on, any brother would do that for their sisters. Well, you're definitely winning the Brother of the Year award over me, that's for sure. I'm sure you're underplaying yourself here, man. I mean, you are the Shinku Kusugi. Oh, he's not underplaying himself, unfortunately speaking. I hate to say this. He is not underplaying himself, man. I'm so sorry. But hey, if you don't
Who's
hate
gonna tell,
listening,
bro?
yeah, who's gonna tell, bro? Brother, if you were alive, I'm so glad you don't get to see chapter 76. If you don't hate listening to me rambling about my stupid little fantasy world, wanna hear my plan for the first session? Are you sure you want to spoil it to one of your potential players? Oh, sparkles in his eyes. Oh, sorry, that's probably presumptuous of me. It's just for his sisters, isn't it? No, no, I'm just surprised you'd actually willingly want to participate. That'd be sick. I'd love to have you. If you want, then maybe we could figure out what character you'd be. Why not? I'm sure I've got a few ideas up in my head. Oh, I'm so excited to see them. Dracula seemed really excited by how invested I was in his campaign idea, even though I don't think I had the best character ideas. I'll admit maybe I was a little too indulgent in his escapism, but he seemed to enjoy himself, so it wasn't bad of me to play into it, was it? It gave me something to look forward to when we were out of here, and gave me hope we would get out. A little dream. Ah, Shenku, good to see you. I'm guessing you decided that you weren't interested in the campaign after all? I'm still thinking about it. I've got the character sheet on my desk. I just need to fill it out. Well, if you're not interested in the campaign, I've still got a few hours to kill before I'm running it. Maybe hang out for a bit. If I stay on my own, I'm just gonna be waiting for time to pass, which will make it go even slower. Yeah, sure. Sure. Even if I'm not feeling up to the campaign, I still want to spend some time with you. Awesome. I'm just getting worried you secretly didn't like me or something for a moment there. Last time I'd hung out with Dracula, we'd work on on my character for his campaign. I'm not fully sure why I indulged him. It wasn't really my place to insert myself into that stuff. Besides, I had far more serious concerns at this very moment. But still, there was no harm in distracting ourselves for a bit. Was there? Oh man, I'm so. They don't know. They don't know. Hey man, I've been thinking. Oh, what's up? Everything okay? You got a new idea or something? Kinda, or well, not really. The issue is, I'm kinda burnt out, honestly. I've been so preoccupied writing down everything here that I haven't taken a moment to think about my character again. I'm also sort of getting a little self conscious. Huh? Why? You're literally the ultimate crime novelist. If anyone can make a character, it's you. I know that, but just because I can make a good character, it doesn't mean I can make a character your sisters will like. Well, if it's a good character, I'm sure they'll like it. Enough said. Well, everyone's got different definition of what makes a character good. So, Shingu, come on, man. If you dealt with my shoddy writing for this long, you'll be fine. I just don't want to let down anyone's expectations. Whoa, whoa, whoa! You're taking this way too seriously. Let me level with you. Tabletop isn't about meeting anyone's expectations, but putting on a show or anything. Well, maybe a little bit for the DM, but for a player, that stuff doesn't matter. Well, then, if it's not about impressing people, then what's the point? What is it about? Having fun, of course. You think I want to impress my sisters? Obviously not. I just wanted them to have a good time. And did they? I'd hope so. I always liked seeing their faces light up at the twists, or when they'd feel powerful after defeating a big boss. I only started running sessions to entertain them all when my mom was busy with work. I bet your dad was grateful you were basically doing free babysitting for him. I don't really care about how he feels. I've never even met him. Oh, I'm sorry. Why are you apologizing? It doesn't bother me all that much. It's just I wouldn't know what to do without my dad. He means a lot to me. So I'm sure, sorry you don't have one. That must have put a lot of pressure on you. Well, I'm glad you have that with your dad, but I've never really seen the point in missing a stranger. Who needs a stupid dad, anyways? I guess with how much babysitting you did, you were basically like a dad to your sisters, huh? Nah, I was something better, cooler. If you let me boast for a second, I think I'm way better than any silly dad. Damn, dad of the year, my brother. Cause I'm like someone my sisters can level with. I'm around their age, so it's easier to talk to me. I just get them more. You feel me? That is true. Though. That is true. I'm sure your sisters appreciated it. You seem to care about them a lot. They're my world, Shin. I just hope I'm good enough for them. That's why I never wanna stop being relatable or approachable to them. No matter how old me or them get, they're still my little sisters, and I'll always be their cool older brother. Even if they grow to think all the D&D stuff is for losers or nerds. Well, hey, if you're a nerd, then we can be nerds together. Damn, a nice reversal. Are you sure that's like nerd squared? Those power levels must be through the roof. Did you just say nerd square? Maybe you're a little too far gone. Hey, come on, man. I was trying to make a joke. I'm not that much of a loser, I swear. Come on, I'm cool. Very how you're doing, fellow kids energy. Well, if your sisters think you're cool, then I'm inclined to agree. I'm sure they'll find you cool as well. I mean, they already love midnight, so you basically have 10,000. Oh, hold on. 10,000 cool points already. But if you're still worried about it, we could have a look over your character again, check if there's any improvements to be made. I'd appreciate that a lot, Dracule. We're friends, man. You can just call me Drac. Alright. Thank you, Drac. Anytime. Now let's see what exactly we can do about your character. We spent some time looking over my character, ironing out lore bits for them, and Dracul gave his insights and advice. His sisters must really be lucky to have him. He talks with a lot of passion about this sort of stuff. He must he must really want to keep them entertained. I wish I was as good of a brother as him. He seemed mm, he found a way to slip one thing each of his eight sisters liked into my character. Damn, that's impressive. Admittedly, I got a little lost as he talked about them. I was a bit too focused on the endearing smile on his face. A coveted ideal. Hugo, you're out of your room. It's good to see you. Phew, I was getting worried. Are you holding up okay? Yeah, I'll be okay. What are you doing in here? Those don't look like your clothes. I kinda meant to be a surprise, but I saw your laundry in the corner and I figured I'd do it for you to make things easier on you. Subtle foreshadowing. Sorry if that's weird, haha. I just wanted to help you somehow. You're too sweet, man. How do you even think to do these things? Sometimes the best things to do when someone is feeling low is just to do what you can to make their life the smallest bit easier. Sure, washing might not be some massive big favor, but it gives you one less thing to worry about, right? Are you sure you're not secretly the ultimate carer? Haha, no, no way. I just feel weird if I've got nobody to look out for, so it's nice to have you look after. Damn, voice crack. Speaking about that, do you want to stay and talk for a bit? Why is the dialogue moving so fast? Wait, I'll help you. Damn, I'd appreciate that a lot, man. Thank you. Anytime. I was looking forward to hang out with Dracula again. I always enjoyed the small private moments we got together in the laundry room for some reason. Of course, I liked hanging out with Ismina as well, but I never felt I could fully be myself around her. With Dracula, I could be fully myself without an ounce of judgment. He would embrace who I am with open arms and a warm smile. But today, something seemed different. What's up? Is everything okay? Huh? What do you mean? You're avoiding eye contact and playing with your necklaces. You only do that when you're at. Alright, bro. Sorry, that's probably weird of me to say. I'm just worried about you. You really noticed? You're pretty incredible, Shin. Who, oh, who knew your perception was that high? I smiled a little bit at his joke, and he smiled back in turn. You don't have to share, of course, but if you need me, I'm here. I was just thinking about my sisters. I suppose you miss them, don't you? He nodded. I was also just thinking about what you said, about how important your dad was to you. I've never really worried about if my sisters wanted a dad or not, since I've always thought having a cool older brother was way better, but I've been thinking, I don't know, maybe that was just me projecting. Well, you said it yourself. It was probably nice for them to have someone relatable who they could more easily talk to. I know a lot of people with dads who aren't really approachable, but you are an extremely easy person to talk to. So I'm sure you were more than enough for them. But I never really put my foot down or parented them. I just sort of let them do what they wanted because I wanted them to like me and be happy. I never wanted to seem too to them, if that makes sense. Which probably sounds silly now because I'm well into my 20s. Well, I'm in my 20s too, and I'm not some worn down old person, am I? Yeah, but people like you and Iz seem way more mature than me. Well, I can't really deny that. Sure, but if you ask me, your whimsy is endearing. If you weren't there to break the tension, I'd feel the need to be all uptight all the time, which is me. It's honestly a relief to have you around. I feel really at ease. You might not be a prim or proper adult, but you're certainly grounded. I'm grounded? Oh man. Wait, no, not that grounded. To be honest, I think I'm the opposite of grounded. I think I'm pretty up in my own head a lot of the time. I think I never wanted to be a dad to my sisters, cause that would mean being old. Being an older brother is something you can do when you're still a kid. I think I'm a bit scared of growing up. I don't think anyone ever truly grows up. I think everyone's always looking for the more adult in any given situation. Bro is not the trusted adult. Yeah, I think I was just overwhelmed by the responsibility of it all. I love my mom, don't get me wrong. She's everything to me. But I didn't want to face that my sisters were basically my responsibility. If something happened to them or they turned out weird, it would be my fault, since I pretty much raised them. That's silly. You're only their brother. It's not solely your responsibility. In reality, it kind of was. Then that's a pretty daunting reality. I don't know how you were meant to cope. Or any of you, to be honest. I think you did a pretty good job getting yourself and all of them through it without crumbling under the pressure. You should give yourself more credit. Wanna know my secret? Always. Escapism. Damn, he's so proud of it too. Through damn, through D&D I was able to take us all to an entirely different situation, away from it all, so we could pretend reality wasn't all that daunting. That's a pretty creative way to get around it. We are pretty similar in that way. I like whisking readers away into a different world, even if my worlds were a little, grim. But still, in your novels, people were able to immerse themselves in the worlds and characters and just forget about everything, weren't they? I think fiction is way more powerful than people give it credit for. It's one of the most useful tools people have. That I agree. I like the idea of creating a world anyone could escape to, in order to run away from their worries and think about something else for a moment. That's probably why I enjoyed content creation so much. It means my worlds were available for anyone across the whole world whenever they needed them. I think it wasn't just the words or campaigns, honestly. I'm sure people found comfort in you as well. Psh, I'm serious. Seeing people passionate about something they like, even if it's not something you're particularly interested in, can really make your day. Won't you get bored if it's not something you're interested in? Well, it makes my day to see your creativity and passion for your campaigns persisting even in a situation like this. What? Did I say something weird? No, no, it's just man, I'm meant to be good at finding words to say in situations I didn't expect. You would think years of Daphne going, I'll leave the village and ignore the villagers' plight, but I prepared me for this. Sound like foo. Sorry, I made things weird, haven't I? But I was being serious about that. I don't know how this situation hasn't burnt you out completely. Gee, Shin, who's meant to be the fanboy here, me or you? I'm just saying that if thinking you're giving keep people an escape from reality brings you comfort, then you are certainly helping me cope. And even if you can't create some content here or play campaigns with the sisters, at least you are still creating something to help someone. You must be really burnt out if my creativity persisting is that incredible to you. You know what? We're gonna get your creative spark back. Huh? I want something to fan of over too, you know. So I propose a new quest. Get Shin's spark back. You don't have to do all that. I want to, whether you like it or not. Come on. He grabbed my arm. Why are you so surprised? What are you doing? You're gonna go to your room and talk about midnight till you get excited about it again. Come on, you don't want me to talk your year about midnight of all things. Oh, but I do. That literally sounds like a dream come true to me. You're impossible. This is going to be like trying to get a rose to grow in a desert. Nope, no, can't hear you. All I can hear is that you're excited to hear my Edmund headcanons. Yo, bro, almost scared to hear about those Edmund headcanons. Midnight just seems like Twilight in like Danganronpa format.
I think that's the purpose.
Yeah, I think that's what it's supposed to be. It did help me to feel a bit more passionate about it, I'll admit. Dracula really was way too invested in Midnight. He talked about it with such excitement. I can't imagine why anyone would prefer Midnight to any of my more serious works, but it was endearing to see him so excited. He really was a bit of a man child. Still, I wondered if this escape was sustainable long term. An easy escape. Oof, so far, yeah, this has been really good. Dracule and Mint are so opposite yet so similar. They're like two sides of the same coin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like those are like you know the story of the city rat and the country rat.
Oh yeah, I think so.
You know that's what this reminds me of. These are like two different outcomes when the parent figures in someone's life, or figure I guess when there's like one parent figure missing or one parent figure being abusive. This is very much how people turn out. You know, these are just some aspects of things. Yo, my man, good afternoon. How you doing? Ah, Shane, don't sneak up on me like that. I'm doing good though. How about you? As well as I could be. What you doing in here? Promise not to judge. Promise. I was sitting here pretending I was telling scary stories. Oh, wait, wait. I think no, no, I have not done this one, no. Why do you judge that? It's endearing. Because the campfire isn't lit or anything, yeah, and the scary stories I used to tell was super lame. I used to scare myself if I came up with anything too spooky. Damn. Hey, you promised not to judge. I'm not, I promise. I think that sounds pretty fun, honestly, even if the stories weren't all that serious. I've always loved campfires. Much rather be around one making s'mores than going to some party. I just end up getting overwhelmed at parties. I always just stand in the corner and wait for my friends to come to me. Damn, that's that's so that makes so much sense. Maybe we should skip my course. That's so fucked. Maybe we should just skip the party. I think it's good we are having
Dracul,
a.
don't go to the party.
Dracul, don't go to the party, man. It's so unfortunate. Oh yeah, totally. I can't believe she's never had one before. We gotta make this one count. Even if I usually prefer staying home and playing games, I gotta say I'm kinda excited for once. I kinda wish it would come sooner. It sounds like such a nice break from everything I wanted to happen now. Hey, if you like, we could always spend some time together. It might help pass the time. I'd like that a lot. I always enjoyed spending time with you. Oh, come on, don't bad at me like that. I was once again drawn to hang out with Jakul. He always made me feel a little more motivated and inspired. Perhaps that's why I was so latched onto him. But aside from the vague hope that spending time with him would make me regain my spark, hanging out with him was always made me happy. It also made me happy seeing someone so passionate about my works and not focusing on. Hey Shin, I had a question. Yes, I know my taste can be a little childish, so I was just wondering. I figured your more crime oriented works skew more towards an older audience, but is Midnight meant to be for an older or younger audience? Midnight really was the black sheep of my books. After I'd gotten burnt out, it acted as a nice escape, to, a way to write not just for the sake of my talent, but not just for the critics. Midnight was always silly, but it's meant to be for people who need it. Damn great answer. Dracula seemed to light up at that. Wow, you really are cool, you know that, right? I think I'm quite the opposite if I'm being honest. No, no, like you always know what to say. That isn't an answer I would have thought for Midnight, but it's perfect. It's just what I needed to hear, just like how Midnight was. He seemed to pause, smiling at me. Midnight was just what I needed. Huh. Alright, very funny, Dracula. Come on, you can't seriously think is all that profound. I know you want to help me get my spark back, but you don't need to lie to me. I'm aware Midnight is. I'm serious, Shane. Come on, man. Don't underplay things here. You all make me feel silly for liking it too much. Well, it is a little silly, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I know it's stupid, but they made me feel understood. I never really got a typical high school experience since I was so busy with my sisters. I ended up missing a whole bunch of school. So being able to live it out through midnight felt like someone giving me a part of my life back. It also made me feel like I could understand others more. I don't think midnight is the most accurate frame of reference for high school, but let's not burst that bubble. A lot of bubbles around here in this prison, I'm just saying. Well, I'm glad you felt that way, but it wasn't just that, of course. The protagonist made me feel seen. He was an outsider, but not in the typical moody sense. He was optimistic, driven, but insecure and always looked for comfort in others. I got him a lot. Someone who others had relied on their whole life, longing for someone they could rely on. Oof, that hurts. I just felt very seen and understood, and I've wondered a lot if you put a lot of yourself in that character as well. And I always felt like through that I could understand you a bit better too. And I don't know, man, I felt like we were kindred spirits, me and you. Well, this is a bit presumptuous, but I appreciate the sentiment. I mean, every writer is bound to put some of themselves into their work. His eyes lit up before I even got the chance to say "but." So I was right. Oh man, I was super worried. I was just assuming things about you, and I don't know. I didn't want to be weird. Though, to be honest, I was really excited to meet you, Shin, even in a situation like this. And I'm glad we ended up being friends. Well, I can agree with that at least. I'm just not sure what to say to the other things. I'm glad we're friends too. You make me feel a lot less alone here. Honestly, I struggle a lot with fully trusting anyone here. I'm worried they're only friends with me for audience approval or they're going to betray me. But with you, I feel a lot more at ease. You just feel really genuine. Almost too much. It can be a little detrimental. I don't know, I just feel like you wouldn't betray me. I'm not worried about you. You really think I'm genuine? Is that such a surprise? I mean, you are the guy who came into my room only to spew Edmund at cannons for a few hours. Hey, don't make fun of me. It was cute, sweet. I saw that. I saw that. Boy, boy. It's June, man. Come on, it's fine. You're very unapologetically genuine, doing things you like, even if others would find it. Again, I saw that. We saw that. Yes, we saw what you were trying
We
to say.
saw that.
We heard that.
Everyone sees that.
Yeah. That means a lot to me. A lot of people online my age wouldn't like me because they thought I was ingenuine or fake with how positive I seemed all the time. I know someone who would know all about that.
Hey.
Yeah, that or immature. But come on, I think it's not too bad to be filled with whimsy. People online make all sorts of assumptions. I wouldn't take them too seriously. They don't deserve your time. Well said. Though I don't know what that says about us. But even offline, I never really had many friends my age. What? Really? But my sisters kept me too busy. And when I wasn't taking care of them or doing campaigns with them, I was editing or making videos. I know it's kinda embarrassing, don't make fun of me, but you're really one of my first friends my age, aside from his, but you know how she is and you know how things have been with her recently. Right, the crime, the murder. I don't know if it's coming out of nowhere, Shin, but I really appreciate you. I know the situation isn't great, but I'm glad I met you. Oh man, I'm glad I met you too, Drag. You're one of the few things in this prison that always seems to bring me joy. Man, I sort of feel the same way. I mean, I've always struggled with feeling long stretches of feeling low or not feeling good enough. Never really dealt with it. I just kind of suppressed it because I didn't want to make my sisters or my mom deal with it. And not to vent, but this whole situation has really helped compound that feeling. And yet, despite everything, you never fail to make me feel like I'm doing a good job and make me feel a whole lot better about the whole thing. Well, I'm glad we both help each other out. I'd feel a bit guilty if yeah, what? If I was the only one who relied on you. It's good it works both ways. I'm glad I can help you. It's just crazy how it worked out that way. It's almost like it was meant to be. I know this whole situation is bad and well, like really not ideal, but I think there's a reason we both ended up here, and not just our crimes. I think we were always meant to be friends, Shin. Huh? It just works out too well, doesn't it? I think we both came into each other's lives when we needed each other the most.
This
This,
is making me really sad.
yeah, it is. It for sure is. I'll save my thoughts till the end for the end. Is this some divine destiny bait? A practice speech for that campaign? What's next? We're soulmates? We need to combine our loser squared powers to defeat the people. I, bruh. Damn. He seemed a little deflated. Man, give me a break. I'm being serious. Oh, I paused for a moment. This was all a lot. It was weird to have someone like Dracule saying all those profound and serious things. Usually he'd just make silly jokes to do bits or things just felt more light-hearted than this typically. This felt sort of serious. I didn't want to upset him. I really did like Dracule, but I felt like he'd gotten the wrong impression of me. I almost felt like I was deceiving him into thinking I was much better than I was, especially after I underplayed my crime to him. I wasn't sure how to respond, but it's nice to you think of me so highly, but maybe that praise is a little misplaced. Dracula seemed even more defeated. That was obviously not the thing to say. He scratched the back of his head. Man, sorry, I really made things weird here. I'm not really used to talking to people my age. Sorry, man. It's probably a lot to have some random fanboy unload all that onto you. I bet it sounded mega parasocial. Dracula, you're more than just a random fanboy to me, man. You're. What was Dracula? This that is the question, you know. That is he. Shinku, you may want to be honest with us here. Maybe I was being equally as parasocial here. I only hung out with him in hopes he'd help me regain my spark or make me feel better about this whole situation or forget about it for a bit. I knew he was my friend, but I think part of it was how close he was with his sisters, how much he did for them. Maybe I just wished I was like him in that respect. Maybe he just reminded me of AG and that's why. Or maybe I. No, that would be a terrible idea, especially in a situation like this. And he obviously had the wrong idea of me. I didn't want to take advantage of my deceit any further. No, no, be honest with it. It's fine. Go ahead. The only person I can really trust, as I've said before. Hmm. Yeah, I'm glad I'm that to you. I don't know. I hope you have a good day, Shin. I'm gonna get some shut eye. I think I need a big nap. I'm clearly tired. I hope you sleep well, Drac. And you better try to get some sleep too, okay? You can't just run on 8 cups of coffee and a dream. I know, I know. I'll try. I returned to my room alone and laid on my bed. And surprisingly, I was unable to get sleep. It felt sort of empty to be here without Dracul after hanging out with him. That whole thing was sort of strange. I wonder what Dracul was trying to say. Maybe I should apologize next time I talk to him. But I don't think I did anything wrong, did I? All I knew is I felt uneasy. It felt weird to not know where I stood with Dracul after he had been my main source of security in this prison. I should talk to him again soon. I want to clear things up. I don't like feeling uneasy about things with Dracul. At least he seemed a little bit better near the end there. An unspoken fantasy. Dracul, I thought you were planning to take a nap before the party. I was, but I was so worried about oversleeping and missing the party, I just couldn't get any shut eye. I was just too busy tossing and turning. I figured the infirmary might have something to help me sleep, but all this stuff looks pretty industrial, so I kept chickening out of taking any. You got any suggestions about this stuff, Sinku? Hmm. If you don't want to risk taking anything that will make you pass out for ages, maybe try something soothing instead, like reading maybe? Ah, I would, but reading always gets me way too pumped up, man. Really? Hell yeah. I start imagining myself as the main character and I get like super obsessed and super absorbed in the book. It's a bit of a problem, really. Whenever I find something I really like, I end up slipping it into practically every conversation till people get annoyed.
Wait, he's so real for that.
He's so real for that, yeah. Man, my sisters was so sick of hearing about midnight after a while. Well, if you ever want to talk about something you're interested in, I'm always here to listen to it. Haha, I appreciate it, but you're gonna get tired of me real soon, Shane. Most people do. I'm serious, really. I enjoy talking to you. Well, since it doesn't seem like I'm gonna be able to. I mean, yeah, sure, let's spend time. Sound like a plan. Rakule's tired demeanor immediately shifted. He sprung to life like an excited puppy ready to play. Awesome. Sorry if I end up talking your ear off. Dracule. I really wanted to talk to him sooner rather than later after our last hangout session. It's good you did, man. I just didn't like leaving things awkward, especially not with Dracule. I opened my mouth to say something, but before I could, hey Shin, I'm sorry I said all that weird stuff last time. I got a bit ahead of myself. That wasn't cool of me, man. I've just never been this quickly attached to someone, so I got a bit rash. And really, it's fine. I just don't want to leave things awkward between us. It's not fine, man. Not at all. I was thinking about the D&D stuff and how I just use it to escape reality, and I realized I was sort of using you like that as well. Damn. I don't see it like that at all. I think because my life's on the line, I become hyper focused on the future and things I hadn't done, and I created an ideal of you from stuff I liked from your novels. I used to use those books to escape, and so I sort of used you to escape too, imagining all sorts of things, this grand big connection, someone who'd finally understand me and like me, even when I was feeling low or empty or I was just thinking about. I think I wanted you to be the answer, to be someone I could rely on. I didn't want to be alone. I wanted to feel like if I was with you, I could fix my bad parts. I don't know, Shane, it wasn't fair on you. I'm sorry, it was bad of me, and to make it fair, you can do anything you'd like to me. What do you mean by that? No, 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 look. Just scream, punch me, decide you don't want to be friends, anything. Anything? Yeah, no matter. Anything. I like how he immediately rendered like I'm listening. Anything you say. Yeah, yeah. What do you mean by that? Yeah, no matter how bad the thing you want to do, I deserve it. Give me your worst. And so all at once, I misread. Oh my God, I misread that. I wrapped my arms around Dracula. Okay, okay, and hugged him. Hold him close. Hide. Huh? You never use me, you silly boy. You're a friend, and maybe we both had misconceptions here, or we both inflated the other and saw them as better. And even so, that doesn't erase the fact that I want us to stay close. Please just stay here. I don't care if I'm not what you want me to be, or if I end up disappointing you, if you don't make me happy all the time. I just want to have you around. The good, the bad, the fantasy, and. But Dracule, we are not meant to be friends or anything. It's not fate or some kind of connection. We don't have some sort of future decided for us. But doesn't that make it more special? That despite everything, we just somehow stumbled into each other and found we could help each other in little ways. My man. I held him close, squeezing him tightly. I'm just sorry if I'm not all you expect me to be. I don't expect you to forgive me, but if you don't hate me divorced from my books, would it be okay to keep being friends? He gently pulled out of the hug and took my hand, squeezing it and looking in my eyes. As long as you promise to pull me back into reality if I ever start completely neglecting it for fantasy, since maybe reality won't seem too scary if you are in it. Damn, damn. Alright, so that's how we all wanna do this. Don't be worried about grounding me, okay? I know it can be harsh, but I really do appreciate her bringing me back to reality sometimes. It helps me not get too ahead of myself. I'm sorry for latching onto you so quickly. I really am a little pathetic, but I did mean what I said. I just hope you can see me in a more realistic, less idealized light. I wouldn't want to feel like I'm deceiving you. He nodded, letting go of my hand and putting a hand on my shoulder. I want to try facing reality a lot more from now on, to be a better leader to people here. Things are getting pretty scary recently, but I know escaping into fantasy isn't going to help, so I want to focus more on the current situation, even if I'd rather avoid it. I think that's a good approach, and I'll always be here if you need me. Thank you, man. Even if real decisions are hard, I know I need to make them. My indecision or waiting for someone else to make the choice for me will just get people I care about hurt. I'm going to try to be less of a coward. Damn. Alright, alright. I'm looking forward to seeing this brave new Dracule. I just hope people won't hate me if I put my foot down. Drac, I could never hate you, man. Even if I had more Edmund head cannons. Are you kidding? That would only make me like you more, man. You're a massive dork, you know that, right? Says you. You got me there. Hey, Shinku, what's up? Dracule stood there looking at me for a moment. There was a quiet understanding between us. Or maybe it was just on my own end. I could never really tell what Dracula was thinking or if he was thinking. Uh, Nothing. I just wanted to say a smile really does suit you. You should do it more often. Oh man. Right, right. Whatever you say. Oh, look at him. Just say it, man. This is your last chance. Just say it. Are you sure there's nothing else you want to tell? Yeah, come on. It's so close. It's so close. Only you could cut the tension with a knife. I'm just saying.
I miss them
Oh,
so
I
much.
miss them so much, man. I don't think you're ready for some of these. Oh man, they go deep. And now that we have finished chapter one, and this is right before the party, so we all know what he was thinking about, right? Whatever you say, maybe I'll tell you this time if they're right or not. Oh my god, I'd die and then blow up. That'd be awesome. Oh, we gotta do this now. Come on. Rego's eyes lit up when we went to my room. He was clearly excited to talk more. But even so, there was a newfound maturity about Dracule, or at least seemed more grounded. A perception that was proven right when very little of the ensuing hangout involved talking about headcanons, Dracule focusing instead on more of the current situation. Oh, I'll give my thoughts on this. We very quickly lost track of time. It was hours before he left my room. He seemed once again to hang on to his words when it was time to leave, staring at me with his longing look in his eyes as if he wanted to say something. Oh man, I wonder what he wanted to say.
I
Maybe,
wonder.
I wonder. Maybe I should have said it first. A phased reality. All right. And
Takiko mentioned.
Takio mentioned, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Oh man, that's so sad. It's so sad. Like that hit hard. Like
I'm
yeah, yeah. What is it?
I'm really sad right now.
Yeah, yeah, me too. Honestly, like, oh Lord. Ah, oof. Ah, come on, man, come on. Whew. It's tough out here because What can you do? What can you do? Man, it's 6:21 a.m. It's about time for me to send my sister to school. I really have a lot of thoughts, but I feel like we should stop for today. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you clearly not in any position to talk about this a whole lot. Definitely, I'll get my thoughts in order, like write about it or something. And definitely, we'll discuss this the next time, and the next time we'll continue. Right. Oh man. All right then. Um, I guess this will be a short stream for today. Well, see you all later. Thank you for watching, and good stream at ending.